In a move not seen for almost 3 decades, the Federal Reserve today raised interest rates 0.75%. They were originally scheduled to raise the rate by only 0.5%. And the Fed did signal that more rate increases are on the way as it tries to tackle the worst inflation in 4 decades.
A 0.75% hike hasn't been seen since 1994. These rate hikes will make borrowing money for homes, cars, and other purchases more expensive for consumers.
Clearly, today's 75 basis point increase is an unusually large one, and I do not expect moves of this size to be common. From the perspective of today, either a 50 basis point or a 75 basis point increase seems most likely at our next meeting. We will, however, make our decisions meeting by meeting, and will continue to communicate our thinking as clearly as we can.
And a roller coaster day on Wall Street. Stocks rallied after the Fed's big rate hike. The Dow climbed more than 300 points. That's 1%. NASDAQ is up 2.5%. S&P 500 grew 1.5%.
We're asking local business owners about how inflation and the latest interest rate hike are affecting them. News4Jax reporter Joe McLean is live in Riverside tonight.
Joe, you spoke with some who are working to open a business during these uncertain economic times.
And those are the folks that are really feeling the brunt of this inflation and of this rate hike. I spoke to some business owners who are looking to expand or start a new business, including Homespun Kitchen. It's been operating in Atlantic Beach since 2009, but it's expanding. It's planning to open this location here in Riverside. They say there's been challenges, but it is moving along.
We're just having to find things that are available and change, sort of how we expected things to be around what we can get.
Cody DeClose is busy getting the new location of Homespun up and running for an early July opening. He tells me this expansion has seen delays and logistical challenges that he didn't expect.
Yeah, throughout COVID, we've had a hard time getting things like packaging, cups, that nature. When it comes to opening the new restaurant, we're seeing delays of up to 6 months on equipment, things like coolers, ice makers, and whatnot. So we've been having to look around, get creative to find things that are actually available now that we can use.
In addition to months-long delays for equipment and supplies, DeClose says inflation and the subsequent interest rate hike are discouraging more people from spending money, which cuts into every business venture. Other business owners say they likely would have reconsidered plans to expand had they known where the economy would turn. Kristen Tackett is the local business development officer for Florida First Capital Finance Corporation. In other words, she helps businesses get financed and get started.
Every time the rate goes up, like today, your payment just went up, and it will literally price you out of, business, quite frankly.
Tackett says these stressful economic conditions don't prevent businesses from starting, but they do make it far more risky, and they require extra caution and consideration.
If you're financing stuff, making sure you've got the best possible terms you can get, fixed interest rates, so you know exactly what your monthly payments are and that type of stuff. And cash, you've got to have cash to weather these storms.
Another thing businesses have to decide is how much of that increased cost do they pass on to their customers who are already seeing increased costs. Tackett said if you're considering starting or expanding a business right now, she said it's crucial to explore all of your financing options, especially crucial now. And she said you can, there's a lot more information. We have that information, particularly about how to get financing through the U.S. Small Business Administration. That's all. We're going to have that inside the story on our website on news4jax.com. Reporting live, I'm Joe McLean, Channel 4, the local station.